Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, so we are talking about intuition here, and this is just really a wonderful thing because I have been doing quite a few presentations on the gods of Genesis, the 14 gods of Genesis. Now we are talking about how we are working, or how we can work with the gods, how we can ask for the gods to come in position within our makeup. We can ask the gods to be in take their rightful position, just like we know when we have done something right and when we have done something wrong, so to speak. And so it is the same with the gods. They know their rightful positions. And we know this because we are the seed, or we are the expression of that. And so, because we have been given the gift of words, the gift of thought, the gift which is Mother Eve, the serpent, and as I have done presentations to show that the word gift, the word serpent, and the word present, which is also to say now, all equals 7. Each of these equals 7, and 7 means now. 7 is that completion. That is where after creation it said, and God rested or ended on his work on the seventh day. He became present with himself, knowing well, taking stock, observing, looking, analyzing, getting that feeling within to say, well, yes, this is what I have done. And hence we also hear that God said, or everything he saw and he made, he saw it was good, or everything God created and everything God saw, he saw it was good. Okay, so this is what we are doing now. Of course, we see made and created as well. I just had an intuition to check these two together. Made, actually, everything God made, because the word made is 5, I can do this mentally, and the word created is 11, so 11 is 2, so 2 plus 5 is 7. Adding this together gives us 7. Of course, this was foundation, because the numerical value for the word 7 is 20, and that is foundation. Okay, I'm looking for my brush. There we are. And so we can see that we are learning how to communicate with the gods here. Now, this 7 is telling us as well within that there are two stories right here. When we add 5 plus 2, which equals 7, this is also on equal correspondence with Christ, or Jesus Christ. Christ Jesus. Let's just put it this way, Jesus. So this is 5 and this is 2. So we have 7. Now, we also have, talking of the 14 gods of Genesis as well, is telling us, 7 is telling us that there are 7, or the gods are in 2 sets of 7s. We have this 2 here, but I have shown this in a way where you could see this more succinctly, in a way, or more precise. Okay, so we are talking about the 14 gods of Genesis and how we can work with the gods. Now, because another way of seeing this, because we live in a world of polarities, because that's what we are given, this is the gift. Again, this is the serpent, serpent. Now, if you're new to numerology, you can look at a template to numerology by Crimey Queen, or lots of other videos on YouTube that will show you how the numerical values coincide with these. So basically, on this presentation, I really want to just keep going. Well, this is a keep going back now over some of the videos I have done, to really show the power of intuition, to really show that after doing over, I think it is 800 videos or so. Oh wow, it sounds a lot. after doing this many videos, that the intuitive guidance have been on key at each and every step. And that is not to say that in my counting I have not done a couple mistakes, but then there has still been another correlation to validate the point in that in what I have been conveying. So it is not done in a way that throws out the whole argument or the whole discussion of what I have been saying. So another thing that I have been showing to show about the serpent being the present in the Garden of Eden, so is that we have seen that the word serpent is also the word present. So there was a pre we know is something that was before and it was sent. So it would mean that this pre-sent element, or which is also seen as Satan, Satan, in the garden. So I tend to use the present and the serpent more, but it's also Satan. And I came to this realization in the story of Job, but we won't go into this now. But Satan is also, here we are, 1, 5, adding this together gives us 10. So we can see with 10, doing the numerical value for the word 10 gives us 12. So this is 5, 5. And 12 is 3. 12 is also, well, I really don't want to go too far into this now, but there is a correlation to show as well in the numerical construct that 7, as we can see, 7, in fact, I better just do it now. 7 as the present, because 7 is 2. We have seen that. Or perhaps I haven't done it here. Let's just do that. Okay, I can rest my arm. So 7 is 1, 5, which has Eve in the middle. 4, 5, 5. Adding this together is 20. So we can see how we've got 2 here. 2 is here. But like we have 3 here, the word 3, we keep in mind that 7 is the serpent. And we've already got 10 here. We've got 10. Or another way of doing it, which is the shortcut way of doing this, before going all the way around, because I really want to make some points here. Satan is 1 right here. When we do the numerical value for the word 1 is here. It's 6, 5, 5. This gives us 16. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So we can see here that 7, of course, and as I say, 7 is 2. Okay, and let's just hold that thought for now. So this is in itself as well, 7 being 2 and 1 being 7 is conveying the message about the two sets of gods, or two polarities of the god, or the godship, or the gods. That means two sevens are 14, and this is how we have 14 gods. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and of course, as I have showed, that Christ and Eve, Eve is 5, 4, 5, which is 14. And so we see Eve is 5. And of course, if we did the numerical value for 5, we would see it's 6, and 6 takes us back to 7. Okay. So we can see that it has to sort of hold the contour, or the shape of the serpent, because the serpent is not just a straight flat line here, which of course that's what it is when it says the word lie, but the serpent is not like this. To give us the truth, in a way, to give us truth is really to take us through that path, to get us thinking, to get us analyzing, to get us understanding, and to tapping into our intuition, which is what I'm talking about. Now, I want to make these short videos but I also want to ensure that I can, of course, convey the information in a way that is understood, so you can really get to understand the ABCs of these presentations on Crime Queen. So we are talking about the serpent here. As I said, we have the same shape because it was said that the serpent was the wisest of all creatures. If the wisest of all creatures were in the garden with us, it also meant we were not altogether dumb, because the wisest of all creatures would not be the one would be there giving us this talk. The wisest of all creature has in itself that it's got there is an understanding that it can communicate with us. Really, it's like saying you don't really want to hold a conversation with someone that who you don't think is ever going to understand what you're saying. The whole point of this is to ensure that you, even if you were to pull a fast one, so to speak, that they would get it in the end, that they would know that they have been tricked, if you like, and then you could have your laugh. The idea of just really making a point and that they are altogether lost in this would not be would be no fun. You would send your servant or someone else to just do that. The whole matter is that Satan was really that present in the garden to let man realize his capability, and that is what is still with us. Satan is the gift given in the garden, given as the present. Where this is why it is said that we get the best results of a matter when we are present, because when we are present, we are now. This is now. Oh, pen, please do not dry right now. Okay, now that's what I've just learned, not to lean on the pen too hard, and then I get it going. So this is 5, 6, 5. Adding this together, just like it's the same numbers as 1. So we have 1, we have now, and then we have on, O-W-N, and we have won, W-O-N. So these are 4 aspects of anything. This is what we have been given a lot of words in the English language, but they all really mean the same thing. And what I am really grateful about is that numerology seems to be really presenting the key. In fact, through Mother Eve, we have the key, as I have pointed out with number 5, and the word key also equals 5. So Mother Eve being 5, just like Christ is also 5, is key to unlocking the inner knowing from within us that we are more than we think we are. So there we are. We have said this is 16. This is also 16 because I have done N-O-W, which so it, and that is the same letters. All these are the same letters. So having this with the same letters here, I have also made the correlation, which reminds me of 7, 7. The 3 sevens, instead of having, there we are, it's the 666 in the scriptures here, 666 in the scriptures is now saying that we are basically 777. But that I have covered, and I want to keep this short, so let's just keep this here, and we're going to go back into covering these and trying to take them step by step, that you get what we are talking about. So this is here 7, 7, 7, and these are the 3 sevens that I believe sorry, that when we have the word 6, S-I-X for 6, is also 16. So this is 9, 6. Adding this together is 16. Do join me again. Okay, thank you for watching.